Hi everyone, Luca from lucasphotography.com, and today I'm gonna give you my first thought on the unboxing of the Loupedeck. Now, if you don't know what the Loupedeck is actually kind of a station where you can work in Lightroom with it. I'm currently using a product which I review and unbox on the channel, so I invite you to look at it, and that is the Novation launch control. I will show you side to side what those two products like. So let's start the unboxing. So this is currently what I'm using for editing the my pictures on Lightroom. So it's a Novation launch control, and if you haven't seen my review, go and have a look at it. And what you do is you kind of set up everything the way you want, and it's pretty practical, I would say. And it does help me a lot for the editing, making my editing much faster when I have 3,000 to 4,000 pictures to edit with a wedding. Now, the Loupedeck, which is this one here, came out quite some time ago, but it was priced quite high. It was about $300 at the time. I actually managed to get it for 169 euros. Now, I tried to contact Loupedeck to get a sample for review, but I never got a reply. So this is maybe something to think about in regard to the service once you bought it, that if you have a problem, you may really struggle to get some kind of response, which was quite annoying and worrying. But I decided anyway to purchase it, to test it. Now, the packaging obviously looks pretty good. As you can see here, we've got quite a lot. So we've got that box here, which we put on the side for now. Then another box here. So the packaging is well made. I would say maybe a bit too much. And then we come to the actual product itself. Now, this is much bigger than the Novation which I currently use. Now, yeah, going back to the unboxing is a pretty good experience, I've got to say. They've done this really well. Now it comes obviously, so we have this which we're going to put on the side for now. The cable and some quick guide and instructions here, which I will probably need to read and make sure that I set it up with the computer. Oh, let's put this on the side. Now, first feeling of it, first look is really nice. It does have a very nice matte finish, which is nice. First thing I can see is the cable. The cable is not actually removable, which is a bit of an issue, I would say, because if you have a problem with the cable, well, you're gonna have to change the whole thing, I think. The Novation, on the other case, has a dedicated cable, so you can move it and take it out if you need. Now, the other thing is I'm actually now using one of the latest 2017 Macbook Pro, and the Macbook Pro, as you know, doesn't have USB cable. Now, what I've done with a lot of my hard drive and accessories is I did buy a dongle, but I will come back to this. I will make a video about this subject another time. But what I did is I changed lots of the cable, USB 3 to USB-C, or USB micro to USB-C, and I just have to plug it in and it's perfect. Here, actually, I have to use a dongle. I can't just change this, which is a bit of a pain, I've got to say. Now, the finishing, in my opinion, is very plasticky. It doesn't look like a €300 product. Yes, on the video, I'm sure it looks incredible, and it does. It does have a beautiful matte finish with a silver side. But the price when it started was at 300, and in my opinion it's a bit too much for what it is. Now that the price has dropped to 169, or maybe lower, or maybe a little less, depending on where you are in the world, I think it's not too bad. But the Novation, which is, as you can see, much smaller and does quite much a lot at what this can do, I paid, I think it was around 50 or 60 euros. So it's about a third of the actual price, of the current price of this. Much smaller and maybe more practical. I like the fact that you can put the cable, as I mentioned before. You can personalize every single touch. Here, this is not a review, this is really an unboxing and my first feel, because I've not used it and I'm really keen to use it for some time before I give you my full review on this product. But so far, so good. So we'll see. If we look closer, we can see that some buttons have already been allocated. So we've got the contrast, clarity, exposure, black, shadows, highlight, white, vibrance, saturation, tint, white. So I need to find out if those can be adapted. We've got a color which are rarely used, but why not? And some buttons here that I guess could be personalized to what you want. We've got the undo redo, before after, very practical, and export. I mean, it looks really good, so I'm really keen to start using it and see what I feel like when I'm using it. Okay, so this was my unboxing of the Loupedeck and my first initial review thought on the product. I'm really keen to fit it in to Lightroom and start using it so I can give you my full review. If you have any question, if you have any suggestion that I need to include in the review, post them down below and I will get back to you, and we'll get back to you with a video review as soon as I can. I am really keen to use this for quite some time before I do a review, because the launch control was excellent at the beginning, but I did have quite a few bugs problem. Sometimes the software resets, so I had to reset all the buttons. It's quick, but it's a pain in the ass to do it. So I'm hoping that I can use this for quite some time to make sure that everything went smoothly, and before I give you my full and last final review on this product. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye bye.